been hosting one of the Social Mobility Roadshows. I think it's the first across a national tour. Delighted to be able to be a part of it and to help Adecco and Justine Greening with today's event. When we think about upskilling or reskilling, I think it's really important. Why? Because I think employers such as True Potential, we spend a lot of time finding the right talent, finding people with the right enthusiasm and the right kind of want to get on. Upskilling and reskilling then allows us to mould those individuals to do what best suits them as well, because I think that's really important about if they do something which they enjoy, if they do something which best suits their skill set, they'll flourish in that role. If they flourish in that role, they'll do a fantastic job for us at True Potential. So if they do a fantastic job for us at True Potential, that means we both win. That then gives a great output in terms of something like the True Potential Academy. The True Potential Academy, what does that do? That is specifically looking at training up our staff at True Potential and giving them development and coding skills. We have 48 full-time developers at True Potential. We build all of our technology here. And about half of those developers started life at True Potential doing something differently. They were working in reception, they were working in administration, they were working in our commissions and fees team, for instance. So they had the True Potential know-how, they had the aptitude, they had the want to do something different, but they didn't have the capability to get trained and do that different thing. The Academy fuses that attitude, that want to get on, with practical coding outputs. So they're actually building technology, they're learning coding on the job effectively. That's one of the great outputs of our Academy. I think skills can be taught to anybody. And I don't mean that in a blasé fashion. I think if people want to learn, if people want to better themselves, I think it's up to employers like True Potential to be able to offer that toolkit to effectively allow people to upskill. And then going back to what I was talking about with the Academy, being practical, actually not just learning the theory, but getting your hands dirty, so to speak, with coding, for instance, actually building part of the True Potential software. I don't think there's any better way to learn than actually getting stuck into it and having a practical output. Nobody knows what they want to do, I think. Even when you come into a job on day one, you've applied for a job, you know, it always looks different than what it actually is in reality. And sometimes we're lucky enough to find a role that suits us perfectly from day one, but other times it requires some fine tuning, both by the employer, but also by the employee from there. So I was fortunate with True Potential. I was one of the founders of TP, so back in 2007. That meant I had to kind of give everything a go there. It meant I had to be good at marketing, at development, at operations, at compliance and finance. But what naturally happens then over the last 14, 15 years that I've been at True Potential, you play to your strengths. You ignore your weaknesses, you double down on your strengths. Working now as a manager, as a chief executive in the firm, it's great having that broad application of knowledge, because that broad application of knowledge means I can apply that thinking across the group.